Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We haven't did a Patrick CC video in a while, huh? Been a couple weeks, right?
Has it?
We do Sonny's.
That's
Patrick been putting out fucking full-on documentaries. We just don't be having the time, man. We'll come back to him.
Yeah.
But we got a new Patrick. She thought she was the main character. Jay-Z humbled her. You see how he tried to rhyme right there?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, if you know anything, I tried to rhyme. But that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want the first part. All you have to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
Look at it with a thumbs up.
but let's go ahead and hop into it. Let's see what Patrick got in store for us today. I figure we're gonna be talking about who 9 times out of 10 we're gonna be talking about.
Tell them.
You don't know.
Who we gonna be talking about?
Who you think we're gonna be talking about?
Are we talking about her?
No. She thought she was the main character.
Oh, that situation on the stage. I forgot all about that.
It gotta
I was trying to think like what was this from? And then I was like, I remember a situation. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it gotta be for us to be showing this little clip.
Just know lip gloss ain't popping. Lip gloss ain't cool. And that's the only hit song she ever had, right? My lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool.
Who sang the song?
Well, Chicken
Oh
Soup,
no, that wasn't her. That was that was Bianca.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was.
Oh, she hit the lip gloss.
Okay, well let's go.
And she done had a whole career since.
This is a photo of Jay-Z and Alicia Keys during their iconic 2009 VMA performance. But notice Jay-Z's face. He is angry, borderline disgusted. That's because standing next to him is a fan who is not supposed to be on that stage. This fan is a rapper named Lil Mama, who just made the biggest mistake of her entire life. Lil Mama intensely looks Jay in the face. She loves this song and wants to let him know. He swats her leg, basically telling her to get off the stage, but she doesn't listen. This performance was the grand finale of the night with 9 million.
No, that situation much so you can't read the situation. You know how motherfuckers be in situation can't read, be like.
First of all, look, why you up here?
That's what he like.
All right, you got it. Okay, go ahead. Head on off.
She did ruin the moment though.
You know what I'm saying?
And has Jay-Z performed at any award shows? I don't know. Yes, he has.
Yes,
He has because he did with DJ Khaled. I think that was the last one.
Don't get
DJ
me wrong,
Khaled,
but I do
and
remember
Nas.
him performing again. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was.
The stage, but she doesn't listen. This performance was the grand finale of the night, with 9 million live viewers watching around the world. In its final moments, Lil Mama crosses her arms and leans up against the duo as if she performed the entire song. She exits Radio City Music Hall smiling ear to ear. She is on top of the world, but she doesn't realize that she just sabotaged one of the most powerful men in the music industry, and her career is about to come crashing down. The 2009 MTV Video Music Awards was the most chaotic award show in history, but most of you probably don't remember Lil Mama's moment because the most notorious award show interruption of all time happened just 1 hour before, which overshadowed everything that happened afterwards. Pop sensation Shakira and Twilight superstar Taylor Lautner hit the stage to present.
There was a lot going on that night.
I never put two.
Right?
No, I'm saying I never put the fact that both of those happened the same night.
I guess I never did as well, but I do remember watching it. But it never stuck to me. Every time people talk about this situation,
I separate the situations.
Yeah.
I never think about those happened the same night.
There was a lot going on.
This probably did overshadow that situation.
Yeah.
Because never mind. Kanye a fool.
Afterwards, pop sensation Shakira and Twilight superstar Taylor Lautner hit the stage to present the VMA for Best Female Video. The nominees are Lady Gaga, Poker Face, Kelly Clarkson, My Life Would Suck Without You, Beyonce, Single Ladies, Taylor Swift, You Belong With Me, Katy Perry, Hot and Cold, and Pink, So What.
Best Female Video goes to Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift secured her very first VMA, a moment she had dreamed of her whole life. But before she was able to give her acceptance speech, Kanye West runs on stage and snatches the mic out of her hand.
I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Beyonce is confused. She didn't know Kanye would rush the stage, nor did she want him to defend her. The crowd begins booing and Taylor stands there in shock, unable to process what just happened. The crowd gives Taylor a standing ovation because they realize Ye just stole this important moment away from her. But unfortunately, they cut to commercial and shooed her off stage, where she broke down in tears in the green room. Kanye's stunt was
I say this, no lie. If call a spade, I might be just naive to it, but it actually, what Kanye did actually backfired. I really feel like, to be honest, this pushed her career even more full, because a lot of people didn't know who she was, outside of the people who follow like either country music
for
or
him
pop.
it did.
But I'll say this, in the urban community, a lot of people that didn't know her,
that didn't know her.
then decided to say, "Oh, who is this chick? Let me see who she is." It backfired, and it took like her career ended up skyrocketing because a lot of people was like, "We got to see who she is," and kind of safety net her ever since.
But Beyonce face was like
Yeah,
her face. I was like, just now looking at it, I was like, wow. She was like, what the heck is happening? Like, I know, like in his head, he was like, he felt like he was doing something good. But
I heard
Beyonce,
they told him not to because they knew he was gonna be on some shit like that. And then I know Amber Rose said he was off there the hen that night. She said he typically don't drink, but he was drinking that night previously before. Amber Rose had came out because she was with him.
Yeah.
And she has came out and spoke on it. She said he was a little more amped than normal.
Oh.
And so I don't know what's the true story behind all of it.
But still,
you hear still to this day bits and pieces of what actually happened, what even led up to
or what made you like feel the need to go out, to go up there and do that and take that moment away from her. But yeah,
crazy.
basically be for nothing because Beyonce won the award for Video of the Year later on in the evening, and instead of giving her acceptance speech, Bey invited Taylor back to the stage so she could have her moment. Although this incident would spark a decade-long feud, it seemed like Beyonce's damage control righted Kanye's wrongs for tonight, and just 5 minutes after Bey and Taylor left the stage, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys walked out to cap off the night.
So what award did Beyonce won Best Video of the Year? And Taylor Swift won Best Female Video, right? That one, I think Taylor won Best Female. Yeah, because it was just female category.
Yeah.
And then Beyonce won Best Video of the Year.
Yeah.
So technically, was Kanye wrong? If she won Video of the Year, if Beyonce won Video of the Year for the whole...
Yeah, still should have got up there. That wasn't...
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying technically he's right because... Why Taylor win Best Female Video if she didn't win Best Video of the Year? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you look at it that way, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but still, I guess it wasn't... I was just looking it up. Yeah. So she won, female video, and then Beyonce won video.
But that's what I'm saying if Beyonce won Video of the Year, she should have won Best Female Video. Because I beat out everybody's video as Video of the Year. Why didn't I beat out the females? Because I beat out everybody.
Yeah, I guess, let me see. Yeah, because it was Single Ladies. It was still...
Yeah, same song.
Yeah, same song.
Because if that's the case, Taylor Swift should have won Video of the Year.
I get what you're saying, but at the same... Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like... But you should have stayed down.
I'm not saying what he did was
I know
right.
what you're saying.
I'm just saying, actually, he was right out overall his statement, but not the action.
Okay, got you.
And just 5 minutes after Bey and Taylor left the stage, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys walked out to cap off the night with an iconic performance. And Jay and Alicia were set to perform their collaboration, Empire State of Mind, which was an absolute smash hit in 2009, spending 5 weeks at the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. This song is truly a timeless classic that inspires and uplifts. Alicia's powerful vocal presence will send chills down your forearms. Jay-Z's unmistakable New York swagger will have you feeling more confident than you ever have. If you're not from New York City, you felt like you were after hearing that song. Plus, the VMAs were being held in New York City, making the performance all the more special. It's also important to consider that these two were both in the latter half of their careers. This was Alicia Keys' fourth and final #1 hit song. She was only 28 years old, but had been popular for nearly a decade. With her being such an amazing vocalist, she didn't fit in well with the overly auto-tuned music that was starting to dominate the radio. This was also Jay-Z's fourth and final #1 hit song. Jay was already a 13-year veteran in the music industry by 2009, having released 11 albums with his best work behind him. It's not like he was washed up, but this song being dedicated to his home city, a city that embraced him and was pivotal to his success as a rapper, felt like a graceful bow out as the 39-year-old realized his classical lyrical hip-hop style did not fit in with the direction rap was heading. Metaphorically speaking, this song and performance was like him saying, "Thanks for everything. Here's one last celebration." So for Lil Mama to interrupt that moment was more destructive than she could have imagined. These performances take multiple days, sometimes weeks of rehearsal, so every move they make is calculated. Jay was killing it, Alicia's vocals sounded amazing, and it was seemingly going to be the magical finale they both envisioned. But then Lil Mama felt a little too inspired. Additional video footage was released that showed Beyonce actually tried to grab Lil Mama and prevent her from rushing the stage. Not again, she's probably thinking. The 19-year-old...
Beyonce said.
Cause she like, what are you? What's up
You
with
should have
everybody?
felt. I ain't gonna hold you. When Beyonce grabbed your arm like that, you should have fell back. You should have knew then. Cause Beyonce was trying to have a grip, but she wasn't trying to draw attention.
Yeah.
So you should have just. I don't know what the fuck was in her head though. And then she like her career. That was when her career ended though.
Yeah.
That was your fault though.
The stage. Jay looks at her confused as this was not a part of the rehearsal. He maintains his composure, but slaps her leg hoping she will scram, but she doesn't. Alicia hits her final note, the song concludes, and the crowd erupts into applause. Lil Mama mimics their closing pose, as if they had done the entire performance as a trio. Jay throws his arm around Alicia and turns his back to Mama, hoping the camera angle cropped her out. At the moment she didn't realize it, but Lil Mama just interrupted a performance that was deeply special to a man that had the power to obliterate her career. A backstage source told gossip bloggers Rush and Malloy that Jay-Z was extremely unhappy with the situation. He went ballistic. He was screaming at the MTV producers about the lack of security. He apparently thought at first she was just a fan. Beyonce finally calmed him down. Although this is just a rumor, someone may have gotten word to Lil Mama that Jay was pissed, because she did an interview the very next day with MTV trying to explain herself.
His whole adrenaline rush is just pumping. He comes on stage and he's singing New York. And, Alicia Keys is going. She's like, the big lights will inspire you. And really, I got emotional. I actually got emotional. And I felt like, yeah, New York, Jay. And I started to feel him. And I started to feel myself. And I just felt the energy. And I got up and I started walking towards the stage. And I got up there and I was just like rooting him on as a champion.
With Lil Mama being born in Brooklyn, New York, it's no surprise that this song, this moment, inspired her deeper than most. But she was not making an excuse. She wanted to say sorry for her interruption.
If in any way Jay-Z or Alicia Keys felt offended, I want to apologize to both of you. I actually would love to have a one-on-one because I felt like I was being felt. Even on the stage at that moment, I felt like it was a bond.
Lil Mama didn't mean any disrespect, and in the moment, she thought that they were vibing with her on stage. It was only until she rewatched the clip on the internet that she realized her mistake.
Now that I'm home, wow, Jay-Z wasn't feeling that. Jay-Z feels like I disrespected him.
Do you think somebody called her up, from her...
Yeah, probably.
From her management or from her... Back then, you had, A&Rs. You had a lot of people that was... you know what I'm saying, in your corner from the label and stuff.
Back then, I'm pretty sure someone called
and said, you need to clean this shit up. You know what I'm saying, your
especially
media.
to get an interview the next day, they on the phone making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot, I'm trying to think of the correct words, but I can't think of it. But
yeah.
like the media people, like people who train you in media training people, they're like, hey, we got PR.
Yeah, PR.
PR publicist.
I thought you said that.
I don't know.
What did
I don't
said
know.
something in my
manager,
head?
label
Okay.
people.
But in my head, I was saying PR, but I feel like you had maybe you did.
Or publicist or whatever.
Whatever you want to say. But yeah, anyway.
Somebody came in and told you you gotta right your wrongs
and I understand, like, in a moment, you're excited.
But you can't do that.
But you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You still got to be able to think. You can praise and whatever you want to say or hype them up or have that energy in the audience with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But,
Opposed to praising him.
That awkward moment when she was the only one that felt the bond. She should have kept that energy in her damn seat, LMAO. Her apology seemed genuine, but people couldn't help but feel secondhand embarrassment, which often led to her being bullied in the hip-hop community. Lil Mama is a performer herself, and at that point had already done dozens of concerts. What if an upcoming artist she barely knew inserted themselves into her performance, let alone during an award show in front of all of her peers and 9 million live viewers at home? But the rumors that Jay was upset would be confirmed when he was interviewed on the Angie Martinez radio show just 2 weeks after the VMAs.
I just thought like it was I would never, me personally, I would never do that. I would never have the nerve to do that.
Right.
You know, it's just like someone's up there performing. Like we went to rehearsals and we did run-throughs and we worked really hard at the performance to put on the show for people, you know, and to interrupt that moment for us, you know, I don't think that was the right thing to do. I actually thought it was the equivalent to what Kanye did to Taylor Swift, but nobody really talked about that because I'm not a little sweet girl from the middle of America.
Jay says that Lil Mama's interruption was equivalent to Kanye's interruption, but he thinks that nobody cares about him, that he should just deal with his performance being interrupted while Taylor was receiving this outpouring of sympathy from the world.
You angry?
Yeah, I was a little angry, yeah, to be honest. But you know, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fight little mama.
You look crazy.
Yeah, we would tussle with her.
You would have took Kanye's headline right away from him.
Mama kept doing press about this moment, going on talk shows like Tyra Banks, continuing to express her deepest apologies.
So I would definitely apologize because that wasn't my intent.
Yeah.
Never to be disrespectful to anyone. I've always been.
She shouldn't have did that many damn interviews, though.
I was
like,
swinging.
once you're apologetic about it once, there's no point of continue to carry on unless your label's feeling it. Like, they had to been feeling it bad.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Because I'm like, I'm not about to continue to go on interviews because now it's making it seem like you just doing this for, you know what I'm
trying to play the victim role. You trying to, you know, like an aftermath victim.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not a, you know.
Like, you
interrupted somebody. You know what I'm saying? You messed up.
Yeah.
But...
respectful young woman in this industry. People know me for that. And they just be like, you know, we like Lil Mama.
Unfortunately for her, the damage was already done. Everything she worked for was for nothing. Now, most of you probably know Lil Mama for this moment and her breakout single, Lip Gloss. But her first taste of the spotlight came from being featured on the official remix for Avril Lavigne's Girlfriend. She quickly became a teen sensation, dubbed the voice of the young people. Her song Lip Gloss was a jovial, kids bop style banger that debuted at number 95 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2007. Then 2 weeks later, it moved all the way to the number 10 spot. Lip Gloss did get some hate from the hip-hop community, but that's to be expected. The song was literally designed for kids. But her second single was a little too cringe. G-Slide samples the nursery rhyme, Wheels on the Bus. But just as she was building momentum, tragedy struck for Lil Mama. Her mother, Tara Kirkland, sadly passed away after losing a 4-year-long battle with cancer. Lil Mama recalls, "She didn't look sick. She didn't act sick. She still had her energy and smile and was always loving and sensitive." Kirkland was able to see her mother just 6 days before her passing, as she was gearing up to open for Chris Brown and T-Pain on tour. Just before their show in Atlanta, her father broke the news to the 18-year-old. "I couldn't feel. I couldn't cry. I was in a daze. It was a shocking moment." She was just 18 years old when she lost her mother, but she didn't have time to cope or grieve. She had a career she needed to build. So Lil Mama got back on the road and released her second biggest single ever, Shawty Get Loose, featuring Chris Brown and T-Pain, which scored her second number 10 on the Billboard.
I do.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about it, but you gotta also realize reason why it peaked that high is because of the features. Now, because I remember Lip Gloss, they used to overplay that on 106 in Park. And I used to be like, but I understood she was from New York. 106 and Park is in New York, they're gonna push their music first. You know what I'm saying? So, and low key, that's possibly another reason why New York music is not pushed or recognized worldwide like it used to be, because you don't have those outlets pushing that music first. Like, it was easier to push New York music when you got MTV there in New York. You got BET, all their shows in Rap City and Basement and 106 and Park. Those are hosted in New York, so they are the outlet of the main music.
True.
But now, since those are not, now we're paying attention more to the internet. And what the internet likes to push is more things that are not so lyrical.
True.
So,
that's true. That is true.
Her debut album released in 2008, peaking at number 25 in the US and charting in multiple other countries. No doubt this was a decent success, but she actually gained way more notoriety from her remix of Lil Wayne's A Milli. Now, her bars were just okay, but her fierce delivery and extreme confidence really stood out as there was a lack of female rappers in 2008. He even brought her on stage at the Powerhouse Music Festival to perform her remix in front of thousands. Lil Mama had the full package to be a star. She could rap, she could dance, which landed her a consistent job as a judge on America's Next Best Dance Crew from 2008 to 2012. She could even sing too. Unfortunately, because of her mishap with Jay-Z, nobody respected her. Since the VMA incident, people suspected that she was blackballed from the music industry. Being blackballed essentially means that you won't get any press, you won't get any radio play, you won't get booked for shows, and definitely not get recognized by award shows like the VMAs or Grammys. And you get blackballed not because you aren't talented, but because you made enemies with someone in high places. There have been rumors that Jay-Z used his power to spread word throughout the industry not to work with Lil Mama, and the timeline matches up, because afterwards, her music career was over. Now, this could be nothing, but I noticed her Billboard profile has been erased. Pretty much any artist who has had a Hot 100 or any Billboard charting song or album will have a page dedicated to them. Lil Mama doesn't anymore. I was able to find a screenshot from 2021 that shows her old profile and credits her 2 songs that both reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, but now her page disappeared, almost like someone's trying to erase her history. The hate was stronger than ever. She was brutally booed off stage at Webster Hall in New York City. But the hate and attitude towards Lil Mama couldn't be expressed any clearer than Charlamagne.
That's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, people are very disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, that just shows you the level of disrespect. Like, just the average person in the world, like, don't give...
Yeah.
You damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like, no lie, you'll never win with the world.
Yeah.
Because the world, they're quicker to team up than to say, oh, well, y'all go... You know what I'm saying? Like, people more like, shit, yeah, they born, I'm a boo too. Instead of saying, hey, y'all think y'all might be going overboard? Because you afraid that they going to turn on your ass. So you just like, I'm just join in with the crowd. That's why they always say you will never win against the internet. Because the internet likes to team up. And with one person, yeah, I'm going to see that.
Even if you don't even feel the way that somebody else feel, you feel the total opposite. It's just kind of like, you
got to join the crowd.
Yeah. I was like, dang, that's messed up, but...
It is.
God, who tried as hard as he could to break her down while interviewing her. In the very beginning of her radio interview with The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne questioned Lil Mama's musical talent and cockiness due to a lack of accomplishments.
You actually have to accomplish a lot more before you come off as cocky as
But
you
I
do.
didn't come off as cocky. I come off as confident. I believe in God. And I'm not going to come up to a radio station or anywhere else and let anybody strip me of my pride.
It seemed like Charlamagne took Lil Mama saying, "I'm not gonna let anyone strip me of my pride," as a challenge, because he continued making disrespectful comments regarding her career.
It's just a record that we released for the fans. It's viral, radio, everywhere. It's
Well, you need a better internet team.
It's perfect.
You need a better internet team on Team Period, because I've never heard of that record.
Well, you gotta look
and you
it
said
up.
It's
You're not checking for me. You looking for Jay-Z and Alicia Keys
I
and me.
check for everybody. The last headline we saw about Little Mama. Little Mama says Nicki Minaj stole her style.
Yep. Of course. All right, so what headlines are you...
Lil Mama stayed strong, so CTG started to get petty, insulting the way she looks.
Head, chill out, Jurassic Park, Tyrannosaurus Rex, prehistoric thing.
It seemed like she wasn't giving in, and even her team was in the background unhappy with Charlemagne's comments.
I'm sitting there trying to tell her the truth. Y'all the ones who be lying to little mama. Ain't nobody checking for little mama in these streets.
Nah, I feel you though. But I mean, you
Envy, am I lying? You one of the biggest DJs out of Envy. Is anybody checking for little mama? Tell the truth. When the last time somebody said, yo, play a little mama record in the club?
Not at this present time.
When the last time I put out a record?
You just said you got so much music out.
Yo, see, now he's
That's
playing.
what she said.
But ultimately, he got the best of her, and she broke down.
When I was 17 years old, I put out an album while my mother was dying of cancer. That right there alone is a struggle. That's hard.
Right.
That's tough for anybody. My music will speak for itself. My actions will speak for itself. My mother will be proud. My father will be proud.
I think you got a real story to tell, and I think you should tell it. And, you know, stop focusing on the gimmicks and stop letting people make you out to be a caricature. Because right now you're like a caricature yourself.
His attempt to try and be understanding and empathetic at the end came off as disingenuous.
I think he... Well, let me because people think I'm a Charlemagne fan.
No.
Early on in Charlemagne's career, Charlemagne was very disrespectful.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. If you understand, typically like a podcast or a three-head team,
yeah,
somebody has to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
And Charlemagne took on that role as the bad guy. Also, you got to understand from the nature of where he comes from. That's the reason why I be like, people, they like to judge a lot of things off of one clip instead of actually doing full research or seeing somebody's that have a different point of view because they have indulged in the content. I remember when Breakfast Club first started.
Yeah.
I was watching them from the first when they started up to about when I graduated college, and I just kind of fell off of it. But Charlemagne did come out, but I think he was trying to play like that tough critic.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think he took the approach very wrong, because then at the end he kind of tried to give her like real criticism as far as, yo, tell your true story in your music and don't just go out here and put out the lip gloss. My lip gloss is popping music.
But in the beginning it came off just like an attack.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like reverse psychology. You know what I'm saying? But it was coming from like a deeper place. Mm-hmm. Like he's trying to give you everything you ain't never heard, but these are what people are saying behind your back for real. Yeah. And he's letting you know to your face or what everybody is saying behind your back. And you kind of got to look at that later on. It's like, I would respect somebody coming at me more like that to my face than behind my back to a lot of people.
They're just telling me what I want to hear.
Yeah, when they see me, they tell me what I want to hear, but behind my back, y'all laughing.
Knowing that it's not helping you.
Because, like he said, he turned to envy. Anybody playing her? Not lately. Instead of saying, nah, right now, the music that you are putting out is not
what the people want to hear.
Yeah.
Which can be confirmed when he later admitted that he went into the interview with the intention of making Lil Mama cry.
I told him the day before. Didn't I tell you, Angela, we was in the bar, we was drinking. I said, I'm going to make Lil Mama cry tomorrow. Didn't I tell you that?
You doesn't make it right? But he has...
Lil Mama was beaten up by the music industry, ridiculed and mocked. She apologized time and time again, but it was never good enough for anyone. What's crazy about this situation is Alicia Keys finally responded almost a decade later. She didn't even really seem to care. She didn't even know.
Never forgive Little Mama for that whole situation went down.
Of course. Listen, to this day, I truly never knew she was even on the stage. That's the craziest part of the whole thing for me. I was on that stage. Jay was in the middle. She was on the other side of Jay, and I never saw her. Never.
Now, did Jay-Z actually blackball her from the music industry? Well, we'll never really be able to prove that. It's more likely that the fans were just unfairly brutal towards her. They didn't care about what new creative projects she was working on. They just wanted to keep making fun of her for a mistake she made at age 19. All of her music afterwards fell on deaf ears. She didn't stop creating, but was never able to build up the confidence to release another album since she felt the world hated her. Now, I'll be honest, none of her music was really that good. But she did transition into acting in the 2010s, where she has seen more success. Her performance as Lisa Left Eye Lopez in the TLC biopic Crazy Sexy Cool received critical acclaim. This was also the highest viewed television film of 2013. From there, she even began doing performances with TLC doing Left Eye's verses. For the past few years, she has been landing very consistent acting roles and has proved herself worthy of the big screen. Although her Instagram @ is still Lil Mama, it seems like she will be distancing herself from album at Alias soon, identifying as her real name Niatia Kirkland. Now at just 34 years young, she has plenty of time and talent to rewrite her narrative.
Yeah. Do I feel like Jay-Z blackballed her? I don't think so. I think typically in a situation like that is people gonna always gravitate and support the person they like more in that situation. And at that time, people like Jay-Z more than they like Lil Mama. So they like, oh, that was rude. You ain't got no, especially your own city. When your own city turn their back on you, then that can be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's definitely could be detrimental.
Yeah, I do feel like I do feel like New York. If they didn't turn their back on her, I think like the situation would have been dealt differently. But also, I don't feel like Lil Mama career went down like bad because of this. I just when you really listen to Lil Mama music, it was perfect for that time.
Yeah.
Like, she never put out music that was like, oh, we're going to be listening to this 10, 20 years from now. Like, how many times, all us who grew up and we first heard Lip Gloss is popping, how many times have y'all went back and listened to that record to say, oh, I remember listening to this when I was, and put you back in that. You know what I'm saying? We don't.
Saying to this day?
Yeah, to this we don't go back and listen to that and be like, oh, y'all, I remember this came out and I remember where I was. You don't. Like, let's be real, you just don't. Yeah. Not like when you first, like Chris Brown, Run It. Let me see if you can run it. You put that on, you folks be like, bro, I remember watching that on One of This Boy, this. Or Soulja Boy, Soulja Boy off in it. Cause that's the time period she came up in. And we would go back and listen to those records, or somebody play that record, we like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Even Jill's
trying to think. Like,
even Jill's joint with do your chain hang low, do it wobble to the floor, do this. That will bring you to you be like, damn, bro, y'all remember that. But you ain't saying my lip gloss is popping, my lip gloss is cool. My lip gloss
especially I'm pretty sure not a guy anyway.
Exactly. It was,
you know what I'm saying?
But
definitely not like a guy. But I mean, I guess a girl maybe. But personally, myself, I haven't. And 9 times out of 10, if it came on, like say for instance, I was listening to like a mixture of like like I put on like 09, 10 music and just like let it play. If it came on, I may.
9 times out of 10, y'all gonna skip. 9 times out of 10, most people gonna be like, I ain't trying to hear about no lip glosses.
Yeah, it just depends on what mood I'm in. And 9 times out of 10, I'm not in that mood. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like with her career, it probably was a combination of both as well. The fact that
I don't feel like this event really had that big of an effect on her, like to ruin her career.
Well, maybe it was just a coincidence that everything just started going downhill afterwards.
Because that's all I'm saying. Even in the beginning, you thought you lit up when you said chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. Yeah. Oh. With a soda on the side. Motherfucker will still say, how the dance go? How we used to... You will get happy.
What?
It's still the same gimmicky.
Yeah.
It's just that song, again, there was certain pushes behind her.
I feel you.
Like, but I don't really think Lil Mama music was ever really that good to garner her as much as success. I think really she was able to capitalize off the moment.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you have to capitalize on the moment.
Yeah, you do.
Because not every artist is going to be 10, 20 years from now still have a relevant career like a Drake, like the Migos. Like look at the success Soulja Boy has had. Mm-hmm. He had to capitalize off that success. Chris Brown was around the same time, but he's still having a successful career.
True.
Every artist, you might top me right now, like boo, 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 boo. But it's about the longevity and everybody.
Well, I guess for her, the music wasn't what what the people wanted. But it's good that I guess she's getting like her.
But I do like her afterwards.
That's what I'm saying. I guess it's good that she's getting her foot in other doors and stuff like that.
And that's what she.
And at the end of the day, that's honestly.
Once the bills keep getting paid, you still got a check coming in.
Like, it may not be what you expected or what you planned or wanted, but just
And I do feel like the untimely passing of her mom was one of the things, because that was like right at the peak of her career. Her mom passed, and it's like,
and then she was only 18. You know,
and
that's a lot.
And how do you deal with that as somebody who's, I'm right here in my career, just starting,
not having a person
popping.
That's the most important.
And then with her, like, to be honest, I remember those times and her mama being like one of her biggest supporters at the time. And then when her mom passed, it's like her career said, because you young, you having to deal with
so much.
I think that could be a big part of the reason why her career
on top of everything else that's going on in the media. She
just got hit with too much at one time.
Yeah.
And she tried her best to make comebacks.
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
Hey. It's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, but it's working in other places for her.
Yeah. And she still get recognized to this day. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody said that's Bow Wow. Her and Bow Wow see your comparison. So hey,
it's crazy.
It don't matter. But hey, y'all spam us up in the comments, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it in the comment section down below. But as always, I do go for the name DJ New Kid. This is
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my pocket.